Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit more about ExpoGate. And the first thing that comes to mind for me is the idea that Allison Tiemann was being manipulative when she cried on video over her situation. And my response to that is that everybody manipulates everybody. That's the kind of world we live in. Even I manipulate everybody. Unfortunately, I suck at it. If I was any good at manipulation, I'd be running the world by now. Or better yet, I'd be living on Mars right now. But anyway, I do recall Allison mentioning that crying is one of the few girly things that she's good at. And if that's the case, then chances are her crying is very sincere as opposed to Anita Sarkeesian. Yes, I'm calling her that. Anita Sarkeesian, who doesn't cry on video, but she screams about how, oh no, the misogynists, they hate me because I'm into video games, so I need money because that's so upsetting to me. But yeah, she doesn't cry, but she acts like she's crying. More to the point, I recall fellow honey badger Hannah Wallen mentioning how Anita Sarkeesian is constantly asking for money when she's being harassed. But Allison didn't ask for a cent when she cried on video. So Allison cries on video. She doesn't ask for money. And Sarkeesian doesn't cry. Always asks for money. And another interesting thing about this is that I also learned that Allison has been battling social anxiety disorder for the past few years. I think she mentioned some years ago that she and her husband were on vacation somewhere and she ended up staying in their hotel room the whole time because she was too scared to leave and such. And in contrast to that, when I met her last year, she seemed like the height and depth of confidence, even way more confident than I am, and I'm far from being the most confident of people. I guess she must have either gotten over her social anxiety, or at least it's lessened, or it's become less of a problem since that vacation. But still, there's the issue of her sensitivity. Yeah, to me, she comes across as being a very sensitive person. That's probably why she prefers to treat men with dignity and respect, and like fellow members of the human race, unlike these feminist freak shows who think men are subhuman scum that need to be exterminated. Which is why I hate the frack and the crap out of feminism. It needs to be destroyed before it destroys the human race. Let's see, what's this other thing? Oh, here it is. I suspect that some might say that I and other male supporters of Allison Tiemann are white knighting for her. I'm going to disagree. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm still going to disagree. And besides, I think Allison would find it extremely offensive for guys to white knight for her because she can speak for herself, needless to say. And with that said, we're going to talk a little bit about the Honey Badgers Legal Defense Fund to sue the Calgary Expo company for kicking them out for obviously, at least obvious to some people, obviously discriminatory reasons. One thing I find encouraging about this is that when the lawsuit happens, it could reveal to the public what Gamergate is really all about. As you may know, the mainstream scum news media keeps telling lies about Gamergate because most of these news scum organizations are infiltrated with feminist doctrines and dogma and shit. So they're just gonna ignore the truth about Gamergate and just say Gamergaters are a bunch of white misogynist neckbeards who live in the basement. And I'm a supporter of Gamergate, and I don't look like a misogynist neckbeard white guy in the basement. Yeah, and that's for real. Let's see. What's the other thing I want to bring up? Oh, wait. What's that? Okay, let's see. Here's something. I think some might say that the Honey Badger's lawsuit is comparable to Anita Sarkeesian and her constant begging for donations for those who offend her. I think the difference is that Anita Sarkeesian is asking for money because she's offended. But Allison is asking for money because her rights were violated. So, which do you think is a more important issue? Is being offended the important issue, or having your rights violated more important? I say having your rights violated is a more important issue. And there's also another thing that I'd like to bring up about this lawsuit issue, and that is, in a resource-based economy, lawsuits would be rendered obsolete. Yep, no more lawsuits in an RBE. Unfortunately, I'm still trapped in the monetary system, and I still hate the fuck out of it. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to be forced to use and support certain monetary means, which is why I still support this lawsuit. Let's see. I think there's one more thing I want to bring up, but for some reason I can't find it amongst my notes. And I think I'm going to end this video now, so if I can find that other comment I want to bring up, I'll probably bring it up later. And with that being the case, and as always, after a while, Gomer Pyle.